going to do geography for this week. We are in geography number 8, the 4 oceans. Let's begin by writing your name and date, and then looking in the Bible for this verse. So you can find the Psalms. They're usually right in the middle of the book. Take the book and you split it in half, and Psalms is right there. And then go to chapter 146. It's not hard to find Psalms. It's kind of long. Chapter 146, verse 6 says, "He is the maker of heaven and earth, the sea and everything in them. He remains faithful forever." So I want you to actually write that down right here, and then explain the verse in your own words. What does it say to you? That's your job. I'll let you do that. Okay, we're going to go on and fill in this chart now. The comparative sizes of the oceans from largest to smallest. So first let's look at the map and see what we've got. 4 main oceans. You can see there's 4 spots. We have the Atlantic, which runs right through here. We have the Pacific, which is all this, and then wraps around and is all this. So this edge and that edge over there come together when you make a circle, a sphere out of the earth instead of a flat thing. So these are both parts of the Pacific, here and here. And then we have the Indian Ocean down here. And then we have the Arctic Ocean. It looks bigger than it is. It's just what's at the top of the world. This globe doesn't have the ice sheet. So this is the Arctic Ocean, this part right up here, right up at the top of the world. There's no land up there, remember, it's all just an ice sheet. So the Pacific Ocean is from here all the way over to here. It's a lot of ocean. And then the Atlantic Ocean, there's the Indian Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is just from here to here. So which one do you think is biggest? The Pacific Ocean is the biggest. So you can go from the Atlantic to the Pacific, but they're pretty much totally separated from each other. And then this separates the Atlantic from the Indian Ocean, and then these guys separate the Indian Ocean from the Pacific over here. So first one is the Pacific, the biggest, Pacific. Write that down. If you don't know how to spell it, you probably can see it in the video. And it is, I want you to write this number down. I'm not going to write it for you. You know how to write numbers, big numbers now. 63,800,000 square miles. That's huge. 63,800,000. So remember when you're writing a number, the millions are over here, the thousands are here, and the hundreds are over here. So 63,800,000 and nothing in the last 3 places. Nothing but zeros, that is. Let's compare that. The largest continent was Asia, right here. It goes to there. This is Europe. This is Asia. But that continent is 17 million square miles. And this ocean is 63 million, almost 64 million square miles. So the ocean is a whole lot bigger. Remember, the oceans cover about 3/4 of the earth. All you fractions people, 3 out of 4 parts of the earth is ocean. So what do you think is the next biggest? We've got Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic. Yes, the Atlantic is the second biggest. So write Atlantic on the second line. Right, Atlantic Ocean, not just Atlantic. And it is 31,660,000 square miles. 31,660,000, and then zeros to the end, square miles. I'm going to be checking to see if you wrote these numbers correctly. You should know how to do this now. So that's still almost twice as big as Asia. No wonder it took the Pilgrims so long to sail across here. It's big. The next one would be the Indian Ocean. That's this one down here. And it is 28,300,000 square miles. So just a little bit smaller than the Atlantic. Here's Atlantic, here's the Indian Ocean. I guess because it goes way down in here. It's not a lot smaller than the Atlantic. Do you remember when Nat sailed from Salem? And they came over here, and then they went this way, and they went through here. They got between these two islands. This was the Indian Ocean they were sailing in to get to the spice place where they bought I think it was cinnamon, but I'm not sure. And the smallest, is the Arctic. Arctic, not Arctic. There's a C, A-R-C-T-I-C, ocean. And it's 5,400,000 square miles. So those are the 4 oceans of the world. There's only 4. So on the next page, you're going to do this map again. By following the directions, first you're going to label this the 4 oceans right up here. Then you're going to label all the oceans, do blue caterpillar hairs on all the water sides of all the lines, and green caterpillar hairs on all the land sides, and write your name and date on the back. So same map, but now instead of labeling the continents, we're labeling the oceans. So let's look at this. You're going to write Atlantic Ocean. We aren't going to write in a curve like they did on here. On our maps, everything goes straight across, except rivers. So Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ocean. You have to label it twice. Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean. And this is Antarctica. This is a piece of land down here, but there's no land at the North Pole. We talked about that twice already. There's an ocean, but you'd never know it. It's underneath ice. It looks like land, but it's just ice and snow floating on top of the ocean. They've actually gone under it with a submarine, a nuclear submarine that could stay under for weeks and weeks without having to come back up. They went under the ice cap at the North Pole. Pretty cool. All right, so we're learning where everything is in the world. First the continents, now the oceans. So we're going to have a quiz about this pretty soon. I'll let you know.